All right, guys, so this morning I saw a post on one of my epoxy groups that I'm in, and someone had mentioned about me using Johnson's floor wax or whatever. It's actually Johnson's paste wax. This is my drip preventer. And someone said, well, how do you apply it? Well, here we go. I went and masked off my coasters here, okay? And I made sure I masked off properly this time so I don't leave anything showing. And all I do is take this wax, I'm going to rub it along the edge. I want to have a nice sheen. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. All right, and then I put up my tape dams, and that is going to hold my product back. I'm putting some veins in this. I'm going to be doing, she wants a metallic white with a minty type of vein. So I'm going to go ahead and use this acrylic paint I have laying around. It was a little jacked up because it's been sitting forever because it was for my wife from previous times with her scrapbooking. But I have an additive that I can go ahead. This is Model Mess acrylic, universal acrylic thinner. So I can thin this down a little bit. Put a few drops in there, and then it'll go ahead and thin out that thick stuff. I got rid of any chunks in it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this to my veining epoxy. I'm not going to be making much of that. But I'm also going to go ahead and try something with her today. She doesn't know it. I'm going to surprise her. But I'm going to use my silver metallic from Stone Coat that I have in isopropyl alcohol. And I'm going to spritz this and give it some cell look. I think she's going to love it. So I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this. After we get the pour going, I'll go ahead and show you what mixed up my epoxy for 2.5 minutes. It's been about 3 minutes now. I did a 2-to-2 on this. I don't know how much I'm going to need for these. So I made an extra. Worst case scenario, I'm ready to go with some of my aluminite dyes. My wife went and got me some of these puzzle pieces. We have an autistic grandson, so for autistic awareness, figured why not have puzzle pieces. So I'm going to pour out, and I'm going to keep all my clear at the side, but I'm going to fill up about, I don't know, 4 or 5 ounces in there. That's a 9-ounce cup. And then I'm going to put a little bit in here, because that's going to be for my veining. And I'll put all this stuff to the side. If I need to get more metallic in there, I will. If I don't, I'm using it for the puzzle pieces. Let's just pour this out. Gonna have a huge dam on this. Gonna have a lot of excess running over. Not a real big fan of it, but these coasters I bought Hobby Lobby because I was gonna use them for my customer, and then our stickers wasn't gonna fit, so I said, all right, we'll just make some out of 1/2-inch MDF. But I had them laying around. She asked me if I could make her some coasters, and I was like, yeah, how about these? She said, yeah, sure. I was like, okay. So there we go. I haven't gotten down to the dollar store. Whoever's idea that is, I love it. They talked about using the silicone barbecue brushes for chopping. Silicone and epoxy don't stick. So it sounds like a wonderful idea. I haven't tried it yet. When I do, you'll see it. All right, so I got my white pearl on. I'm going to chop it in. I'm having a lot of leak on my dams, and I have a lot of material sitting off the top of these boards. I went and put a couple of smaller cups underneath because what I can do is add back the material later. We'll see. But,
so why do you chop?
Well, you chop for a couple of reasons. One, if you just lay it out, do you see how this is here and it brings up different levels? You chop when you're using a trowel to get rid of the trowel lines, but you're also chopping here because those metallics will fall in a different way each time. This is how you get that marbling. If you've seen some of my other videos, I say, okay, I'm going to go back and chop it again because it got a little flat. And it'll do that. They'll start settling out. But the more you chop it along, the more you'll get. I mean, it's microscopic. It's like an eighth an inch, but it has that depth. And the depth is the different pieces of the metallic falling out at different levels. And as it's setting up, it'll have maybe some over here and not as much over here. And, you know, so that's why I chop. I'm actually going to hold off on doing my veining for a little bit here. But you can even see, look, watch, it's already starting to fall out on me, right? But if I come back and chop that, do you see how much more marbly that is? So I'll probably chop on these a couple of times before I even do my veins, because I want to make it really have that nice marble type of look. All right, so we'll be back in a few. All right, I'm going to let those sit a little bit longer. I'm going to chop them again, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my veining in, and then I'll hit it with the isopropyl. So I went ahead and I got about, this is a 4-ounce cup, ounce and a half, 2 ounces in each. We're going to go with some orange translucent from Alumilite. I know it's potent, but I can always add more, so 1 drop there. I'm going to go ahead and do some violet. Haven't used this yet. Just crack that open. And we have used the red in the past. The red translucent. I'm just going to start 1 drop on each because I really don't have a lot of product here. So, and then that ocean blue, we like that. So 1 drop there. All right. Let's see how this looks. There's 1 drop and 2 ounces of the orange translucent. That's going to be good. And this violet. Oh, yeah. Well, that's potent. So, when you're using the violet, evidently, be very careful. Maybe a 1/4 of a drop, which would be challenging. The red, I like that. That's very translucent. And then our ocean blue. That's nice. Mix that up real good. If I put a little bit of the purple in here, then I can come back with tops. I'm gonna try a few like that, because this stuff is so strong. And this is really kind of thicker than what you should be using with your stone coat countertop stuff, but I've made jewels before with it in my jewel molds, and I didn't have a problem with it. So now let's do 1 with red on top of the purple. Let's do 1 with the blue on top of the purple. And orange and purple might not go good together, but we're going for it. And this guy, just for giggles, because we like to play.
how awesome those colors are looking. Especially that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they are looking cool. Yeah, that's why you play. You never know until you try. All right, let me go back and chop this up. This one's lost a lot of product. I'm going to put that right back on top. I don't think I'll be using these coasters type things anymore. I'm a big fan of how it's working. But, still going to go with it. Ooh, let's get a different rag. I don't want no color in there. And actually, just get rid of that altogether. And some of the dyes on the edge when I was mixing them together. Wow, we're gonna play that game, are we? I got plenty of product running all over my board because my tape dams aren't holding as good as I'd like. That's all right, I ain't worried about it. All right, this is drying up on me. I'm gonna add some more of the thinner. Don't really need a lot. Probably should just, oh, I did make it up. Stupid me. All right, here we go. All right. All right, here we go. A little bit of the 91%, 101%. 91% isopropyl with some Stone Coat Silver Metallic. Just hoping this gives it a little bit of accent. This should give it like a little bit of gray selling on top of it. All right, enough with the isopropyl. Okay, so right here and right there and right here, I got a fisheye for my isopropyl. Just gonna take a little bit of my metallic and put it in that spot. It's gonna level out, but it's gonna fill that pit. And where's that other one? Right there, thank you. And I don't see any others. Yeah, that'll level out. Might have to give it a teeny weeny little bit of a chop because it looks a little too. It actually looks pretty cool. All right. Let me hit it with a heat gun again. Help that level out. When you heat up your epoxy, it flows better. But you don't want to burn it up either. And these I didn't really want to mix too much, but look at this wave action I'm getting. That's probably going to mix it up some. I did stir a couple of them, the ones that were just purple with the other stuff. But these other ones, they look so cool here, I'm afraid to mess with them, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, look at that, how the metallic's popping up here in this purple. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to pull off my dams now. And my lovely assistant will be holding the cup. And I'm going to go ahead and take this excess. I want to prime this edge. I'm going to take some off the table. There's a lot more there. And I don't really care if it gets a little green in there. It'll be fine. So, if anything, it'll help with... It's going to probably run out, but it'll help with some like veining look or something like that. All right, guys, so we went ahead and we pulled off our tape dams. It's dripping down. It's going to roll over a little bit. That's okay. I think she's going to be really pleased with this. And these we went ahead and we hit with a heat gun. I mean, those are marbling out pretty cool. I like that. But I just want to give you a tease for tomorrow. When I do this next video, not only am I going to show you how to remove these strip edges real quick, but I've been playing with my invisible UV light. I'm working on the lab thing, so here you go. Good. I mean, how cool is this?
Where did you get it?
How cool is that? And when they're on the wall, look at that, because I painted the edges with the white, it's gonna glow. There's the one I did the flames. All right. And then when you turn the light back on, it just looks like flames. So that's gonna be really fun. And of course I'm gonna epoxy those. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and play some more with that. And I'm gonna finish off the rest of my letters. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. This was tedious. I spent a good hour playing around with these, trying to get the look I was looking for. I may do a video with maybe one of the letters showing you what I'm doing. But this is gonna be fun. So until next time, remember, that was easy.